This is a practice video for Serenade for Strings, Opus 22, the first movement by Dvorak, and this is the arrangement by Woolstenhulme. First violin part, and we're going to do a couple sections first, explain some fingerings and rhythms, and then I'll go back and play it all the way through with the metronome. So 1 sharp in the key signature, F sharp, mostly 4/4 with a couple 2/4 measures in there, so nothing crazy with the time signature. But fingering-wise, there's a lot of stuff going on because of all the accidentals. So first off, I have you in 3rd position, so that can be nice and smooth and stay on the D string. See me if you have any questions about those fingerings. In measure 7, the rhythm there, you're going to do this kind of little pickup to each beat. So you've got 1 and 2. So the little 4, a 1, a 2, so nothing crazy there. Then moving down one line, measure 11 and 12. You've got a little bit of a sharp sequence, and I put in half position. Be careful in measure 12 that you do that 3 for your C natural nice and low, because it is C natural, not C sharp from the previous measure. So here's measure 11 nice and slow. 1 and 2. So when you do the A sharp in half position, squish the 2 and 3. So all 3 half steps, and then stretch back up to 1st position for a G sharp high 3. You could also, of course, shift up to 3rd position if you prefer that too. All right, then going down towards the bottom of the page, back in 3rd position at 26, you have some grace notes. So you're already in 3rd, so you have a low 3 for that B flat. I know it's really tiny, but that is a B flat at 26 for the grace note. And you're just going to kind of flick that finger off right before the beat. And then the same thing down in 1st position. Back up to 3rd, same thing. And so on. So again, just lift off quickly and then make your bow stop for the staccato. All right, moving on to page 2. Let's take a look at the end of measure 38 going into 39. So you have some A sharp accidentals here. I recommend doing those as high 4s. You could also do it as a low 1, but you have to make sure your C sharp is going to be high enough for the notes that come after that. So let's just do those 3 measures maybe. Here's 38 up through 40. Kind of slow again. 38 and... So again, I find it easier to use the high 4, but if you want to do low 1, your 1 is just going to be switching back and forth quite a bit. All right, so after you get through that sharp section, you're going to go into 2nd position to work these octave Bs. So at 41, actually the note before 41, you're going to shift up. Instead of a 3, put your 2 on the G. And then just follow the fingerings I put in. So you're going to have a high 1, so right next to that 2 on the G string. Leave that down. Don't lose that 1st finger. 2 on the D, and then 4 for the B. And that 4 you might have to stretch a little bit because it is a big octave. So you can hear that B to B. So if you keep that hand position locked in, you'll be fine. So then you just leave it there, and at 41, so that'll be a big tuning section for the first violin section. Again, you want it in 2nd. Don't try to string cross 3 strings during that section. All right, then you're pretty good for a while. You've got some 16th notes coming down at 51, but just take it slow, learn how that goes. You get the melody back again, so same rhythms. 65, 64, 65 is the same as over at 11 and 12. And then at the end, again, you have grace notes one more time in measure 83. So again, 3rd position, just flick that 3 off, and then you're all set to go. All right, so here's the run through now. I'm going to have the metronome going at 1/4 = 76, and here we go. All right, so starting in 3rd position, measure 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. then here's your pickup, or your measure 32 on the of 2. So 1, 2. And we'll hold that fermata, and then same thing, 34. Hold that fermata. All right, so here we are at 36 now. Ready? And I'm going to do that again because that was horrible. So here's 40. That second position shift caught me off guard. All right, here's 40. Ready? And I incorrectly marked that. I just noticed that. So at 52, that is a C natural. That should be a low 2. I'll fix that. All right, so here's 54. Back to third position. Ready? And 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna switch the metronome over. Last page. Ready? And 7 and 1. 3, 4, 1. Two, 3. Two, 3, 4, 1. All right, so again, the biggest part will probably be that just those 2 measures of octaves at 41. That was not the best in tune that I did there either, so I'd also have to look at that. And as I mentioned, fix at 52, those should be C naturals, not C sharps. And I think that's about it. So there's lots of other opportunities to use third position and other positions too, so feel free to add in your own fingerings.